All right, welcome back. Today we got the Eagles Buccaneers Thursday night football predictions. We have our resident Tom Brady Dick Rider and
Dick Rider. Okay.
Pat and Ryan back, of course. So I guess we'll start. Each of us go around and give a quick score prediction or preview of what we think we're going to see. Pat, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. I don't really think this game's gonna be that close. Total domination by one side.
This better be the correct side.
I don't really see the Eagles having a chance in this one.
All right.
Let's see.
So you got a score prediction?
I'm feeling like I did have the Bucs scoring 34, but then Frank took that, so I'm gonna have to change it.
Oh, I'm just gonna change mine then.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Shut up. Let him go. Let him finish.
I'll go 31-10 Bucs.
Okay. Frank, you want to go?
Yeah, I agree. Total domination by the Bucs, but I got like 34-20 just because the Bucs defense has been extremely bad so far this season.
And I agree on that point. The Bucs defense has been extremely bad, which is why I have Eagles 38, Bucs 35. And I'm explaining to you how that's going to happen. It's going to start off with a solid first quarter from Jalen Hurts. And the beginning of the second quarter is going to feature a 73-yard touchdown catch by Quez Watkins.
Yeah, okay. I'll bet you like $300 if this doesn't happen.
I mean, I'm going to be $75 richer already. So,
no, you're not.
Jalen Hurts finishes the day with 365 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns, 3 through the air, 1 on the ground, 65 rushing yards for a fantasy output of 39.1 points. He's a top 5 play for me this week. And if you have him, you should start him. I think that's really all that needs to be said. I mean, the Eagles will just kind of stick around with Jalen Hurts just bombing it through the air and running around on this defense with no Levante David.
Running around on the best run defense.
Well, considering he's not a running back running straight up the middle.
Yeah, I know, but it still counts. It still counts.
No, it does still count. That's why I only have him conservatively at 65 rushing yards.
It's a good amount of yards, though, don't you think?
Not really.
Oh, really?
The Bucs allow like 88 a game.
I don't know about that. Should we look at that? Should we look at that?
I'll look it up right now.
I got a stat here while we wait.
Excited.
Where'd it go? Here it is. Tom Brady is 0-10 against the spread in his last 10 primetime games.
And but what does this spread have to do with this?
Well, he's 4-6 just overall on those.
Are we betting against the spread? No.
Are we betting against Tom Brady? Are we betting against Tom Brady? Yes, because he's only won 40% of primetime games.
No, I'm not betting against him.
Well, I am. Yeah,
because the Bucs went like 0-5 in primetime
last season when we've had a full sample. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers allowed 82.7 yards per game.
Okay.
So now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I agree. Combined. And I think that the Eagles running backs will do next to nothing on the ground. However, dropping back, I think there might be a couple of times where they drop 8 or they drop 7 and only rush 3 or 4. And they might not get a lot of pressure. They might get a little bit of pressure. And that pressure would allow Jalen Hurts to maneuver his way out of the pocket.
Yeah, that's pretty plausible.
Yeah, so 65, maybe 7 or 8 scrambles from him like that, and then a couple of design runs should get him to about 65 yards, which is why that was my conservative estimate.
Okay. Any predictions on the Bucs side of the ball?
Yeah, I think Antonio Brown's going to have a good game.
Okay.
Because the Eagles don't really cover the slot too well. I wouldn't start a tight end for the Bucs because with Gronk out, you don't really know how much Cameron Bates going to get involved. And I don't have Brady as a top 5 play this week in fantasy. I have him as 6 or 7. No, okay. Probably 8.
Why? 8?
Because I have Justin Herbert as the number 1 play. I have Mahomes as the number 2. Josh Allen as the number 3. Jalen Hurts is the number 4. Lamar Jackson is the number 5. Taylor Heineke is the number 6.
Heineke, really?
Against the Kansas City Chiefs defense, yeah. And Brady is the number 7 fantasy play.
So you trust Heineke more against the Chiefs?
Yes, then I do.
Can you do?
Against the Eagles.
Really?
The guy that runs all the time, yeah, I trust the guy that runs all the time against a really, really bad defense.
They're also a really bad pass defense too, so maybe you could be right. Maybe.
I know, but rushing gets more fantasy points than passing. Which is why naturally, Taylor Heineke would be my choice over the guy who runs 18 times a season, if even that.
Yeah, but Brady will probably still put up more points than him.
Well, no, I just said he won't.
Well, you said he won't, but I say he will.
Well, we're not asking your opinion. We know that you think he's the best player.
Then what was the point of having me on here if we're not asking my opinion?
Well, no, we're asking for your score prediction. I was just simply giving my rankings.
And my prediction for Brady is 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay.
Okay. And all through the air, I'm guessing?
Well, yes. I mean, where else are they going to come from? Rushing?
Calm down.
Unless they run.
That's 30 flat fantasy points.
Unless they run the
I have Taylor Heineke at 31. So,
unless they run the Philly special of revenge and he somehow catches a touchdown, then maybe he'll get 35 points. I don't know how much a reception touchdown is worth.
7.
Okay, so he
plus however many yards.
So he'd probably get 38 points then. 37.
Well, I mean, or he could just do a quarterback sneak at the goal line, which is the more plausible way.
He gets more for. I thought receptions get weighed pretty heavily in our league, though.
They get 1 point on top of a rush.
Okay, so rushing gets more then.
No, passing gets more than.
Exactly. So why would he QB sneak it then? It's Well, he would because he doesn't care about fantasy.
I'm just saying Tom Brady is more likely to score on a quarterback sneak than he is on getting a Philly special. So a play that isn't employed in his playbook.
Well, they tried to run it against them, but he dropped it. That wasn't the Philly special, but
yeah, that wasn't the Philly special.
It was the exact same play. It was the exact same play.
Well, no,
literally the same formation, basically.
Well, no, it wasn't the exact same play.
No, it wasn't the same formation.
If it was the exact same play, then Tom Brady would have scored a touchdown.
No, it was the exact. They ran it the exact same way, but Brady didn't execute it.
Oh yeah, so blame it all on Brady.
Yes, I will because he dropped it.
Really? Because a year ago you told me Edelman overthrew him.
No, because Edelman wasn't the one. You mean Amendola?
Well, whoever it was.
And second of all, he kind of did, but you got to catch that. And even if he did catch that, there was no way he was getting to the end zone. He was at the 30, and he's slow as hell. How is he going to get to the end zone?
You've never seen Marshawn Lynch score a 70-yard touchdown? I think he's pretty slow.
Are you comparing Marshawn Lynch to Brady's speed?
No, I'm just saying that slow people can score a touchdown.
Can Brady break tackles like Marshawn Lynch can? Not even.
I don't know. We haven't seen it. You don't know what's inside somebody.
Because no quarterbacks can break tackles like Marshawn Lynch can.
I don't know about that. Cam Newton breaks a lot of tackles.
Josh Allen's pretty fucking big. Maybe he can, but we don't.
Please watch your mouth.
No.
We don't like to curse on this fucking program.
You just did.
Excuse me? No, I didn't.
It's like when we're at Pat's house. I can't say a single word without getting ostracized.
Please don't bring your personal lives into videos. Thank you.
But it's not my. So it's all of us.
Quez Watkins is going to have a big game. It's my prediction.
He's not having no 73-yard touchdown reception though in the first quarter.
Well, he had a second quarter. If you listen to that.
Second quarter, okay.
He had a 91-yard catch earlier in the year and a 66-yard catch 2 weeks ago. So I don't really think it's that crazy that he could have.
I didn't say it was crazy. Touchdown. I just said it's not going to happen.
Okay, sure.
There's an equal amount of chance that AB has a 73-yard touchdown as him.
Yeah, that's why I said AB's going to have a big game.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean I think they're going to happen though. You just said guaranteed.
And I don't think the Bucs are going to win. So
okay, well, you'll be wrong. Just like when you didn't think the Bucs were going to win against the Saints last year, then the Packers, and then the Chiefs. You picked against them in all three.
I did not pick them against the Saints over them.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said Heineke lit them up, and he breathed with his full weapons. I'm very worried about them.
No.
Yeah.
What I said was I didn't have them playing.
What do you mean you didn't have them playing? This was after.
I know, but what I had was the Bucs. The Bucs, did they win the division last year?
No.
Okay, right. So I had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Rams, right, and that would have had the Seattle Seahawks playing the Saints.
Okay. Do you think they would have beaten the Saints?
Of course.
Okay. And go on.
And then so that would have had the Bucs play the Packers first.
And you picked them over us, correct?
No.
What do you mean no?
I picked the Bucs to win the Super Bowl last year.
No, you didn't. Because I remember right before the NFC Championship game, I remember right before the NFC Championship game, Brady said, I would like a shootout. And then you said, I would pick the Packers in the shootout. So
No, I didn't. I said you can't trust Kevin King in a shootout.
yes,
Pick
yeah.
the
You
Bucs.
only said that after the game ended because Kevin King got torched by everybody.
I don't see what you're getting at. I picked the Bucs to
No,
win
I'm
the Super
getting at
Bowl
you.
last
Didn't.
year.
Pat,
Pat, you were
picked the Bucs
there.
to win the Super Bowl.
Pat, what did I pick the Bucs to win from the start of the
Don't
season?
lie. And speaking of Pat, he knows that the Cowboys can't beat the Bucs at NFC Champ. Thank you for admitting that on your episode the other day. It was great. It was great. Because he's been arguing me that the Cowboys are going to beat the Bucs in the playoffs. But he
I think the
admitted
Cowboys can beat the Bucs in the playoffs.
I think they could beat them, but he literally changed. He changed his whole NFC chip prediction because he thinks that he can't beat us.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. These were your exact words. You said I would have the NFC chip as Bucs versus Cowboys, but because I don't think we could beat the Bucs in the NFC Championship, you didn't put us in there.
No, he didn't say he doesn't think they could beat the Bucs. He says he doesn't think they will beat the Bucs in an NFC.
So that's even worse. That's even worse.
It's not worse at all, actually.
It is, bro. It is. Now, is there any other things we should finish up on before? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to continue to run the episode?
No, I'm waiting for you to
okay.
give the next point.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay. In terms of after this game, let's assume an Eagles win. They'll be 3-3, and the Bucs will be what, 5-2 or 4-2?
4-2.
4-2, right? So I mean, at 4-2, thank you for agreeing that the Bucs would be 4-2.
You said assuming they win.
And at that point, do we even think the Bucs make the playoffs? That's a real question.
Yes, because their schedule is so easy that even if they somehow lose tonight, they'll win like the next 7 games in a row.
So you would say the Bucs have the easiest schedule in the NFL this year, or close to
Pretty
it?
much, yes. Right.
Okay,
if not the easiest, the second easiest.
Okay, so then the other day when we were arguing the Cowboys had a better offense, you said they faced a way easier schedule.
No,
but now
so
you just
far,
the Bucs
so far they have, but the Bucs,
in the NFL.
The Bucs competition after this game is gonna go well. Even including this game, the competition drops off considerably, and now the Cowboys competition is going up a little bit. They got to play the Chiefs in a couple of weeks. They play the
Cowboys play the Patriots this week, and you said actually yesterday that the Patriots would.
I said I would favor the Cowboys. What? I did not say that the Patriots would beat them.
No, you said they had the best defense the Cowboys would have faced.
Yes, they do. Actually, no, Carolina does, and
so you would agree that Carolina, yeah, and they throttled
Carolina too,
right? So but then yesterday you said that the Buccaneers had a better offense because. Let's see how the name of defense that they played that the Cowboys scored big against that's better than the Patriots. So you just admitted that the Carolina was better than the Patriots, which would mean that the Cowboys 44 points against Carolina was more impressive than your 19 points against.
It is, but it's also because
right. So the Cowboys offense would be better.
It's also because we have to see what the Cowboys do against the Patriots. If they put up like 40 against the Patriots, then I'll admit it. They have the best offense.
I mean, what if they put up 24 against the Patriots?
Then I'll respect that. I respect that.
We admit it's
but
better
you also got to
than
admit that Belichick knows Brady inside out. He was in his head, bro. He was in his head. If they met the Patriots again, you know damn well he wasn't going to hold him to 19 points.
Actually, I don't know anything. I don't like to predict.
Okay, well,
I don't know about.
You were about to say. I forgot what you were going to say before that. But yeah, I would admit if they beat the Patriots and they put up like 30 points, then I'll admit they're the best offense.
What about 24?
Then I'll still admit they're the best offense.
21. 20.
Okay. If I wasn't going to admit it on 21, how was I going to admit it on 20?
Well, I mean, the Bucs only scored 19, so you should admit it.
Yes, but it was pouring, and Belichick is in Brady's head, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, so Brady has a mental weakness, is what you're saying.
In that game, yeah.
Lower mental aptitude than other quarterbacks, so to speak.
No, he has the best mental aptitude of any quarterback, actually.
So then Bill Belichick would be in Dak Prescott's head as well.
No, because I'm saying that Brady, by mental aptitude, I meant he's the smartest quarterback. I'm not sure what you mean by like.
But he's smart, but he's weak-minded.
No, he's smart.
He can't control his emotions on the football field.
He was very emotional about going back to New England, and Belichick knows him.
Look, here's what I'll say. You said that Belichick was in his mind, and if I remember correctly, last year,
that's what I meant.
Brady couldn't keep track of what down it was in a
that was last year.
Exactly, last year, right? So he's already on Thursday night.
That won't happen. That won't happen tonight.
Yeah, sure, it won't. Yeah.
It's Thursday night again. Everybody thinks that we're gonna lose for some reason.
I don't think anyone thinks you're going to lose out.
Oh yes, they do. Yes. Pat went a little extreme in the other direction. A little extreme. With only 10 points from the Eagles, that's a little underestimating.
See, Frank, you just continue to say like everybody thinks one way, and that like you're some
I
contrarian
only
for
said
liking
that
the
once.
Bucs.
I only said that once.
That's not true. Yesterday you said everyone called Kansas City the greatest show on turf.
I didn't say everyone. I said some.
No.
Kelly, don't lie. You are a liar. Whenever I come to his house, bro, you two always like gang up on me because you just can't debate me one-on-one. Just can't do it.
What?
And is there anything else?
Same, bro.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about involving this game?
Yes,
No.
you called Tom Brady the smartest quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
That quick Google search says his college GPA was only a 3.3, and they are
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant by smart. I meant in terms of reading defenses and audibling and everything.
GPA.
I mean,
all right, go ahead.
Your argument here is that Tom Brady is the smartest, but there is actually a direct test that can prove which quarterback is the smartest. It's called the Wonderlic. I'm sure you've heard of it. In which Ryan Fitzpatrick famously got a 48, which is one of the best scores you can get. Alex Smith got a 40. Carson Wentz got a 40. Eli Manning got a 39. Colin Kaepernick got a 38. Matthew Stafford
so all
got
these
a 38.
quarterbacks are smarter then, right?
Well, no, just this is just what the standardized Wonderlic test says. I still don't see 33.
Yeah, you're funny, Ryan. You're not gonna. Next point.
There's no more points. So basically, Frank and Pat have the Bucs winning. I have the Eagles winning. We'll see what happens. See if I'm $75 richer or if I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
And Pat would be